my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy Sometimes Mouse, and I talk about books and book related things, and today I am talking about Clear Your Shit Year 6. The theme of this year is Threads of Fate, which actually you won't understand the theme of that until like the end of the readathon, storyline wise. If you were participating in the mini readathon for last year, so well in June of this year, then you will know that for Clear Your Shit, they were traveling through space, they got these strange letters, and it told the story of Hawthorne. And Hawthorne is this child that's lived in this library that seems sentient and also might have it might be evil, we don't know, with a librarian who definitely has bad vibes, we don't know. And the letters slowly led you to the coordinates of the library where we left off. Now, the readathon for Threads of Fate is going to be focused on the peasants' arrival to the library and what the library wants with them, because clearly the library wants something with them and with Hawthorne. I'm very excited to have new characters in this world and also have put us in a new world that we can live in for a couple of seasons, essentially. A couple other things. So the readathon officially starts on November 1st. The prompts will have just come out a week or two ago, and that's what I will be talking about in this video after I get through the like general things in this readathon. If you are not sure, some basics. Starts November 1st, ends December 31st. There are prompts posted, I think, every Monday at 7 a.m. is the plan, I think. I'll try to post the schedule graphic like here so that y'all can look at it. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I don't remember. I usually do Mondays, so that seems like that would be correct. I will give the disclaimer that there will likely be no mini readathon next year, so you'll have to wait a whole other year before more Clear Your Shit content comes out after this readathon. The reason for that being, I give birth in March, and so March is generally when I start doing the content for Clear Your Shit Mini, and making it and scripting it and all of those things. And I fear that even, you know, a few months postpartum, I just don't know that I'm gonna have time or the spoons and energy to be running a readathon, right, for the mini. So I think we're gonna have to hold off. So there's just that disclaimer. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, I'm currently in the process of growing a person, and so that does take priority to the readathon. Thanks for playing. But this year's readathon, I'm really excited about the storyline. I think that it's gonna be really fun. If you don't know some things about Clear Your Shit, this is about reading the things that you already own on your TBR. Please, please read the things that you already own on your TBR, for the love of God. I see some people buy things for this readathon and I want to bang my head on a wall. I'm like, that's not what this is for. If you don't have something that fits a prompt, that's fine. Just pick a book at random. If you want to combine prompts, that's fine. Do whatever you want to do. If you think, does this count? Oh wow, you've asked my least favorite question in the whole world. Congratulations. I'm not grading you, and you don't get a prize for participating. So if you think it counts, then it counts. If you don't think it counts, then it doesn't count. No one is like hiding behind you as you plan your TBR and going, that doesn't count, and is gonna like smite you with the hand of God, the hand of narrator. Like, that's not gonna happen here. But if you want someone to argue with you or make you feel better, the Discord is a great place to talk to other people about what does or doesn't count. If you have any questions, you can go to the Discord. Also, they are very helpful, because they know that I'm a very busy person and that I'm not very good at responding to questions. They're very good, and they might just point you in the right direction when it comes to the FAQ. Sometimes they're a little rowdy about pointing you to the FAQ because they know that it makes me crazy, so there's that. Combine prompts, read whatever you want, etc. That's kind of the gist here. We are not a very strict readathon because we are not grading you. You do not get a prize. The prize, the prize that you win is that you will have read things you already own and no longer have to keep on your shelves if you don't want to. Okay? That's the prize. Is clearing your shit is the prize itself. Congratulations. If you only read one book, also, side note, congratulations. You've won the readathon. If you just read one book, that's still good. My goal has been accomplished, okay? Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the prompts. And if I think that, like if I go over something and I think that you might need something clarifying, I will note it down. So first we have read the most recently added book on your TBR, read a children's/middle grade book or a book with a child in it, read a book with a potentially intimidating or scary character in it, read a book where someone goes on a journey, read a book that the title starts with T. Yes, that does mean the book of whatever. That still counts. That book starts with the letter T. Then you have your free space. We then have your mini boss prompts, which are weaknesses. Did I write down the weakness names? Yes, I did. The weakness names are TBR of Doom, keeps a TBR above 150. Clear Your Shit Weakling, always fails clear your shit. Maximalist, has more books than bookshelves. Number 1, hater, loves to hate read. And commitment issues, says you'll read a thing, doesn't. I am not telling you what those prompts are because they are a surprise. I generally will post them on the Patreon a couple of weeks before they come out. So if you are that invested, you can go pay money to go find out what it is ahead of time. Read a book with magical elements in it. Does someone do magic of any capacity, any kind? Fortune telling? Playing pretend and it actually comes true? Anything? That's what I mean here. Magical elements. Is there a magical creature? Doesn't matter. Perfect. Read a book with gold on the cover. Read a book that you keep putting off. Read a book set in another time. Read a book that you keep forgetting you have. Because I do that all the fucking time. Then we have our side quest, which is absolutely an optional quest here, but it is a nod to our friends over at Sapphic September, Lexi and Landis, and that is read a Sapphic book. Normally for this prompt, I actually recommend a book here, but I'm gonna say read a Sapphic book because we might not like the same Sapphic books, but I think you should try to read a Sapphic book, okay? I think that's straightforward. If you don't know what Sapphic is, it's women who love women. Okay? Okay. Pick a book at random out of a selection of 5. For me personally, I made a list of 5 books and then put in a number random generator. A random number generator with a max of 5 and a minimum of 1, and then hit generate. The number that it picked was the number of book I chose, just so we know. Read a book with a blue cover. Read a book you think has an ugly cover. Read a book with a strange animal or pet. Then you have a free space and your strength mini boss. Your strengths are TBR of peace, keeps a TBR below 100. Clear Your Shit Survivor, always completes clear your shit. Minimalist, regularly unhauls books. Full of commitment, reads what you say you will. And DNF lover, DNFs things you hate, because we encourage DNFing in this household, okay? As a family, we encourage it. Then we have read a book set in another world. Read a book that you think narrator, Ariadne, or Hawthorne would like. This is up to predict. This is your, interpret this however you want. I'm very curious to know what books y'all think any of those characters would like. I'm very curious. Most especially narrator, because narrator is my heart and soul. So like, I'm very curious. Hawthorne is also kind of my heart and soul. I love Ariadne, but she and I are not alike. She'd read some fluffy ass romance shit, and I simply would not. So I'm very curious about what y'all pick for this. But it is truly up to interpretation, however you feel. Then we have read a book that you haven't been able to fit into a prompt yet, because I'm sure you have a book that's just like floating out there and you're just like, it doesn't fit anything, Andy. What do you want me to do? I want you to put it in this prompt. Thank you. Read a book that you got for a different readathon or challenge. For me, for some of these, it's not that I have a challenge, it's like a personal challenge. So I'm just throwing a book in there. Read a book outside of your comfort zone or genre. So just like if it's a really long book and you don't normally read a long book, if you don't normally read contemporary and it's a contemporary book, if you don't normally read classics, then read a classic, that kind of thing. Read a book published in your birth month. I almost said birth year and then I was like, that sounds awful. So as long as it was published in the month you were born, that's the book you pick. I thought this was a fun prompt and it came from the Discord, because sometimes in the Discord I go, hey guys, I need prompt recommendations, go. And then we have yet another free space because we have our boss battle for the weapons that you choose. This is also something that I threw in the Discord. I said, give me weapons because my creative juices were out, to be fair, during the planning phase of this readathon. I was in my first trimester and I was so tired and I could not keep my eyes open. And so trying to plan this while my brain wasn't working was a time for sure. For the weapons, we have Sword of Destiny, loaded dice, telephone book, needle, and an empty cardboard box. Do you guys know what a telephone book is? I fear that there will eventually be people who participate in this after the fact and they will not know what a telephone book is. And then I'll be really upset and feel really old. But that is the prompts. That is the gist of it. Character creation cards are where you will pick things like your strength, weakness, and weapon. Those all were posted with the prompts as their own separate things. Generally, someone makes a character creation card where you can like insert those things. I used to do it. I ain't doing it anymore. I don't have time. But I think that it's a lot of fun. So if you decide to do that and post it or whatever, I try to stay on top of reposting those things. I'm not very good at it, but I do my best to stay on top of reposting those things. Y'all, I run several different social media accounts for this readathon, and it is a lot. Okay? It's a lot to manage, but that is it though. That is all of the prompts, all the things I think you need to know. This is going to be added to a Clear Your Shit playlist. So if you feel like you have no idea what's going on, I think that the playlist is kind of a good place to go, other than the website itself. I think that the playlist kind of gives you a good summary of everything that's led us to this point. And what previous like rules and what previous readathons for this readathon have looked like. Because this is the 6th year, y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is the 6th year we've done this. When we hit 10 years, I don't know what I'm going to do if I continue at 10 years. Like, I hope I continue at 10 years, but what? But that's going to be it. If you are new to my channel and you don't know me, I post videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time every single week, except for the first full week of the month, because it's really important for me to take breaks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. If you did not enjoy this video, I'm so sorry. I only make them once a year, but let me know how I can try to make next year's better for you. And yeah, I think that's it. If you have comments and stuff, or questions and stuff, let me know in the comments down below. If it is a stupid question, I am so sorry if I or anyone else makes you feel like it's a stupid question. It's just we've answered a lot of these questions. And honestly, quite honestly, a lot of this is up to your interpretation. No, there is nowhere to submit your books that you're reading. Yes, I will make a STORYGRAPH if one is not already made. Those are really the two big ones that I'm like, I don't care what you read. Once again, no one is gonna hunt you down for what books you pick. Okay? Okay. But that's it. Don't forget to take your meds, drink your water, and do something today to take care of yourselves, like making your Clear Your Shit TBR. Okay, thanks, bye.